The Lion King is one of those rare movies where every frame, every expression, every single gesture is just perfect. Well, okay, maybe you could say that Jeremy Irons switching into Jim Cummings in the middle of Be Prepared is a mishap.
You won't get a sniff without me! So prepare for the coup of the century. Be prepared for the murkiest scam.
But I honestly never noticed that transition until recently, and after watching Watso Video's Who is Nala's Father theory, I became inspired to look into this issue myself. After rewatching The Lion King 1 and 2, tracking down the 6 new adventure books to read for myself, watching every episode of The Lion Guard available on demand, and playing The Lion King on my old Sega Genesis, not really for clues, just because this game is awesome! After all of that research, I found, well, nothing! There's almost nothing about Nala's father. There's this rando male lion from the books named Nee, and then there was a vague mention of Nala's father by Rafiki in the Lion Guard that offered us no real substance. But when I combined those two resources, I did find some clues to help narrow the timeline down. Disclaimer, it's highly debatable as to whether or not the 6 new adventures are canon. Those books were contracted out and written by non-Disney staff, and nothing from the books were put into the Lion King movie franchise. But these books still cover a number of things that have not otherwise been explained, so this is the best we have. It turns out that Rafiki wandered into the Pride Lands when Mufasa's father, Ahadi, was the Lion King. Ahadi pushed Rafiki to stay nearby and help the local animals, and Rafiki, the nomadic student, agreed. During A Tale of Two Brothers, there was no mention of Nala's father or any unusual male lions that we don't already know of, but Mufasa and Scar are the equivalent of teenagers, meaning for Rafiki to have a cub story of Nala's father in his tree, that means that Nala's father is much younger than Mufasa. The painting also shows us that the original Lion Guard consisted of 5 male lions, one of which was probably Mufasa himself. And that's where I can finally get a foothold for this theory. Disney is very good with these little details, and it's a common fact that lion prides consist of up to 12 females and 1 to 3 male lions. And due to territorial issues, those lions are usually related, as in a father and his sons or all brothers. So to see 5 lions in the guard means that we are probably looking at males from 2 or more prides who unified for the sake of solving a bigger problem or defeating a larger threat. Now, if we take a good look at lion behavior by, say, putting on Disney Nature's African cats, we learn that if lions believe that a neighboring pride has a weak alpha male, they will kill or chase off that male and take over his females. As we all know, Mufasa was certainly an alpha male, and his pride was pretty gigantic during his reign. I mean, we're seeing at least the full dozen lionesses here, if not 20 or more. Yet, when Simba challenges Scar, I see a lot less females present. But more on that in a moment. African Cats also shows us that during these hostile takeovers, the new male lion will kill off any cubs for the sake of repopulating the pride with their own offspring. The only way that a cub from the old alpha male's DNA would survive is if that cub hadn't been born yet. If that were the case, that would help explain why Nala and Simba are the same age, but Nala's father is nowhere to be found. It's all because he was the leader of a pride, but he either died suddenly or he became corrupted and Mufasa stepped in and took over. Now, I would like to believe that Mufasa would not kill cubs for any reason, but either way, Nala's mama, Serafina, being pregnant when her pride absorbed into Mufasa's fills in more plot holes than it creates. It would also explain the territory of the Pride Lands. We don't know what Ahadi's Pride Land looked like, but Mufasa tells us that his kingdom is everything the light touches. Fun fact, since the earth is curved, you can only see 3.1 miles in any given direction, meaning if we assume that Pride Rock is the center of the Pride Land, their domain is 6.2 miles in length by 6.2 miles in width, which totals out to be less than 40 square miles. However, a lion will claim about 100 square miles as its territory, which suggests that there are other prides around the area that arrange to coexist with each other. This is also confirmed by the appearance of Nee in the book, stating that he's from another pride that forced him out. Now, looking at Nala's father specifically, and after reading about all of Scar's wheelings and dealings to set up problems between the animals for his own benefit, I believe that Scar manufactured a social trap for Nala's father to cause him to break some cardinal rule of the animal kingdom. Perhaps the rule was not killing for sport, apart, as Scar had tried to trick Mufasa into that same faux pas in A Tale of Two Brothers. Maybe Scar even started the conflict believing that he would take over the other pride and thereby become a king himself. But Nala's father, being younger and thereby more naive than the other Lion Kings in the area, he allowed Scar to bait him into making a mistake, which caused chaos that worked its way back to the Pride Lands and forced Mufasa to intervene, and then Mufasa had to banish Nala's father because he's a strict rule follower. This idea also fits when looking at the Pride under Scar's leadership. We basically have 3 scenarios to cover where all the females went. They all could have died, which wouldn't make a ton of sense since the females are the hunters in lion society. Another option is that the missing lions went to go live in the Outlands, as we see a number of lionesses living there in The Lion King 2. Or maybe those excess lion ladies had to keep going farther and farther out of the Pride Lands to find their meals, and eventually they came across a new lion pride that they joined. Who knows, maybe they even found Nala's father and joined his pride. But poor Nala herself went searching for food in a different direction, and she has no clue that her father and the other lionesses that she grew up with are all in a different pride now. So while I can't give you the name or a face for Nala's father, I can give you the best possible scenario from the Lion King's expanded universe. It might not be reality, but theories are more fun. Well, that's all I have for now, but this video's not quite over yet. I get a lot of comments that say, do a theory on this topic, but I've already done those theories. So please consider going to my main channel page and clicking on the video tab so that way you can see everything I've done. You will probably find a lot of things you like that you never even knew that I posted. I want to let you know that I also have 2 other channels, Say Halo Goodbye Gaming and the Fanily Family Vlogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed enough to hit subscribe and share. I can use all the help I can get to let other people know that this channel exists. And if you made it this far, leave me a comment that says something like, hey, I made it to the end, and then let me know what kind of videos you want to see in the future. I can't make any promises, but the more people that request something, the more I can look into it. Okay, well, I love you. I'll see you in the next video.